Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida.
Well, good morning and welcome to another episode of Hooked on the Palm Beaches. When I say good morning, it's an early one this morning because we're heading out with our legendary friend RJ Boyle to do some wahoo fishing. And one of the key aspects of wahoo fishing is you've got to get out there early. I've got my daughter Ella on this week's show. We're going to try and put her on a wahoo. Let's go fishing. There he comes up. Woo, look at that.
There we go. Bring them in.
Pretty fish.
Yeah. We got a big one, boys. Got him on.
I don't think it gets any better than this.
So keep your eye out for that. That's the explosive bite we're looking for.
I just cannot believe how many fish there are out there.
He is lively and fired up. Oh, there's the big one right there.
This is why you come here. This is why we do what we do.
This fish is on fire. Look at him just coming at us. Tuna coming in, baby.
Off of Palm Beach, bro. This is the kind of Jurassic Park stuff that lives out here.
What a stunning fish. We're going to try and get it back in the water safely here.
Big one.
Woo! We did it, Bubba.
It blows me away the fishing opportunities that we have in and around Palm Beach County.
It's some of the best game fishing that you can have in the entire world. Now, wahoo fishing is not just like any other kind of fishing. Sure, you can go out there, you can throw out something in the back, and occasionally you might get incredibly lucky and catch one of these amazing fish. But really, it is a very specialized fishing. So tell us a little bit about what we need for wahoo fishing.
You know, one of the things, when we're setting up for a wahoo, a couple things you need to keep in mind. A lot of times we're moving very fast. And you and I in the past, even dolphin fishing, have a tendency to put out these down lines, deep lines. They go down and they're pulled down by what's called a planer. But when you're fishing for wahoo, sometimes you want to get that bait down a little bit. Now today, we're going to be fishing this. This is what's called a sea witch. Okay, this is actually a really long hook. It's called a planer hook, really sharp. But this basic piece here, the stainless, will hold down a bonita strip, which is a piece of fish cut out of a bonita that's highly salted that can withstand getting a bite from a wahoo. So we're gonna put this bait on this hook and we're gonna troll it down anywhere from 20 to 40 feet based on our speed. When you deal in wahoo, again today fishing baits, I would say really about 8 to 10 knots. What you do see a lot of people doing today is high-speed trolling. High-speed trolling, 12 to 15 knots, imagining you can go that fast to catch a wahoo. But truly one of the fastest fish in the ocean, you gotta have the tackle to be able to withstand that. And right now, today, you're gonna see about 6 rods go out at one time.
Are you fishing different depths as well, or?
Yeah, so a couple things about depth. What's interesting about it, we were out here yesterday. We caught 3 wahoos. We caught one in 190 feet of water. We caught one out in 400 feet of water. They're kind of mixed out. Some days you find them, they're right on the edge. If I said off the Palm Beaches here, what's the #1 depth to catch a wahoo? You're talking about 210 feet, 220 feet. And that's really where that edge goes off. So the bottom, the reef drops off, and those fish will stage up right on the edge. So really a great place to catch a wahoo if you've never caught one, and you can concentrate there. But again, at 8 or 9 knots, we can troll, we can cover some ground, and we found them in as close as 80 feet. So, you know, there's no fences in the ocean. Put your time in, cover some ground, and hopefully we'll get one today. That's all we can hope for, you know?
There's a lot of talk about the lunar cycle with wahoo fishing and periods of heightened activity because of the state of the moon. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
What's interesting about it is a great point, and I'm glad you bring it up, because if you said, hey, hypothetically, I want to go catch a wahoo, I don't care where you are in the world, Mexico, Florida, the Northeast, doesn't matter. Guys in the Gulf of Mexico, offshore, where you would think that moon or current doesn't have anything to do with it, it highly has something to do with it. Think about it, when you have a fuller moon, you have a stronger current, stronger tide. So what happens is, a lot of times, especially here off of the Palm Beaches where we're fishing out of Boca Inlet, on an outgoing tide, when you see that water pushing all the nutrients from back here where we are now out this little mouth of an inlet, that's like turning on the floodgates for food. So all of a sudden, wahoo who are offshore now are waiting for this food to come out the inlet. So when you have a stronger tide, the wahoos are staging up, they're waiting for those nutrients, and most of the time you'll find that the first hour of the outgoing tide is the most productive by far for wahoo fishing. It's like they're staged up waiting for a meal. So the moon, the bigger the moon, stronger the tide. The smaller the moon, generally the weaker the tide. But big moon, strong tide, no moon, strong tide. In the middle, when you get half moon, that's usually the slowest tide. So big moon, small moon, wahoo, first hour of the outgoing, that's your target.
Now that we're prepped and ready, we're going to try and put Ella on a wahoo.
All right, here we go, let's do it.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida, and by Pelagic High Performance Offshore Gear.
Here we go, fish on. Go Ella, get on here. Keep reeling.
Turn the handle. Turn the handle.
Keep
It's
turning.
not going to be easy.
Keep turning, Ella.
One hand.
One hand.
One hand on there. One
Keep
hand
going,
on
keep
there.
going.
Only one. I'm sorry.
Keep going, Ella. You got it. Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
Once he starts coming, it'll get easier for you. All right.
Come on, Ella. Let's go.
Wait a second. Wait for him to stop taking. Okay, go ahead.
Go.
Good bite here. Okay.
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep
Hell
coming.
yeah.
Keep coming.
Keep coming, Ella.
Stop for a second.
Stop for a second.
Okay.
Keep
Reel.
going. Keep going. Reeling. Come on, buddy. Woo! Here we go, baby. Oh, it's a mahi. Woo!
Okay, easy. Stop reeling.
Oh yeah, Ella. Wow, what a surprise. We came out here wahoo fishing and we're thinking we're getting a wahoo and we got a beautiful dolphin. You never know what you're gonna find out here. Woo, what a beauty.
You got to keep your eye on these planer rods at all times because you never know when it's going to trip. We're sitting here having a conversation out of the corner of my eye. Whoop, there he is. Nice mahi.
Okay.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida, and by Pelagic High Performance Offshore Gear.
Put your hand on that reel there. Yeah, now keep reeling. Reel. Hard. Keep going. Keep going, girl. Keep going. Reel. Going, Ella. Good job. Keep going. Keep going, Ella. You're doing great. Sit down there. Sit down there. You'll get. Don't slip off there.
Keep going. You're doing great. Keep going, Al. Keep going.
Keep reeling.
Keep reeling, keep reeling, keep reeling, keep reeling. Stop reeling, stop reeling.
Woo! Yeah, Ella. Look how tired she is. She got worked out.
Hey, now let's go! That's what we're talking about. That's what we came for.
Finally, we got an angler on. An angler managed to get one. Yeah, that's a nice fish. Well done, Ella. Are you tired?
Yeah, my arms.
Oh man, that worked you out, huh?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeehaw! Wahoo, baby!
Wahoo!
We came here, we targeted, we were successful. What a nice fish, beautiful. Woo! Look at that, baby. All right.
We got him.
Woo!
Good job.
Yeah, good job, Luke.
Heck
Nice
yeah.
one.
Targeted
All right.
species acquired.
Yep.
It seems like every time we do Hooked on the Palm Beaches, we get lucky. For some reason, whether it's a mahi-mahi, a snapper, it just happened again. On a wahoo. Sometimes they say it's better to be lucky than good. I'd rather be lucky and good. Ella did awesome on that fish right there. One of the things that you saw, you can never stop reeling with this, and the boat is constantly moving forward. So you, as an angler, a lot of times you're trained to pick up a rod and horse the rod up and down, basically to gain line. With Wahoo, that is not the case. You just want a consistent reel and turning the handle. She did great. It's a little unorthodox looking at it, to be honest with you, because you're winding out of a rod holder. But in this type of fishing that we're doing, she did a perfect job, kept the pressure on the fish, and caught a Wahoo. It doesn't get any better than that. You know, Dad came out here bragging and boasting about how good of an angler he was. And to be quite honest with you, we gave him the first 30 minutes. He missed 3 fish in a row. At the end of the day, lady luck takes over. Anytime girls are on a boat, man, just give it to the girls, give it to the women. Women outfish guys all the time. We're gonna leave him alone, let him sit back inside and have a drink. We're going fishing, Ella, right? Girl power.
That's the way to go.
Woo!
Girls rule.
So happy for you, baby. First Wahoo. What a phenomenal fish. This is the Wahoo, one of the fastest swimming fish in the ocean. It's also a very fast growing fish. And believe it or not, these fish can get right up to 150, 160 pounds. Massive, and the bigger they get, the more barrel shaped they get. So Luke, what is it about this fish that makes it so special for anglers coming to South Florida and the Palm Beaches?
Just about everything. They fight really hard. They pull some drag. They got crazy head shakes, sharp teeth. Just everything about them just gets my adrenaline pumping. Not to mention, they're my favorite fish to eat. If you like sushi, great sushi. If you like fried fish, great fried. However you like it, it's my favorite fish out here.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings, and she's not even on stage yet, so we're gonna keep on ripping up the edge. We're doing about 8.5 knots, 8.7, looking for that next striper bite. It's been good, we're on the moon, and moon doesn't set until 10:30, I believe, today, so we're just gonna keep hitting my favorite spots and see if we can produce another one.
What a place to live. I mean, heading out, we've got the Everglades, 20 minutes that way. We've got the Gulf Stream over here. We've got great inshore fishing for snook and tarpon. So you have it all right here in the Palm Beaches. I mean, this place is the fishing capital of the world.
We love fishing for them, we love even more catching them, so we're gonna keep pushing up the line here and see if we can get lucky again. Come on, baby.
Let's go, baby, come on. Woo, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Woo!
Come on, baby.
There's a fish, man. All right.
Water's starting to move, so they're starting to bite. We got lucky again, imagine that.
Those fish are so powerful. You can really feel their speed when they take off. I mean, that drag on the rod just goes and they take off. And boy, are they strong, man. Then you gotta kind of crank them in, just stick at it. You don't want to give them any slack whatsoever. And we got that fish to the boat and woo! I mean, I was looking bad there for a moment because I lost a couple, the hook pulled on one, we got snapped right off on the other, and then finally, Dad gets to get one as well. I would have been happy if she just had one, but it's nice for the old man to get a fish too. Absolutely amazing day. And I tell you what, these guys know what they're doing. You can't just come out here and expect to catch a wahoo with people that don't know what they're doing. We came out here specifically to target them. A lot of time and effort has been put into developing how to rig up the rods, how to use the exact perfect baits, and to be honest, very unconventional wahoo fishing, because we're not high-speed trolling right now. We're going at a very steady 8 knots. We're not using wire leader. We're using normal monofilament line. As long as you keep that tension on the rod and you keep reeling in the whole time, you should get lucky more often than not. Our patience persevered and it's paid off. We got ourselves a nice another wahoo here. Thank you so much, Luke. That was well done, mate. And we're gonna go be right back after this to show you how to prepare some delicious wahoo tataki.
He's fresh.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida, and by Pelagic High Performance Offshore Gear.
As the great Julia Childs would say, you can't do anything without a sharp knife. Start with a sharp knife, please. Oops, I've cut myself now. Bleeding terribly. All BS aside, it's always great when you can go out there and, you know, step up to the plate and fulfill their expectations. It doesn't always happen, you know. A little different when they say we need to catch this type of fish, but it's one of my favorite things to fish for, and we're glad to get it done. Anytime you can make it happen, it's an awesome day. There's probably 3 or 4 different ways you could cut a wahoo. This is my favorite way because when we're done, all you're gonna have is wahoo. No bones, no skin, no other stuff. Come on, Otis. Yeah, dun dun, arf.
We used to feed Otis, and we lean over the dock, and one morning I wasn't paying attention and he got me right there. And ever since, we don't really hand feed anymore.
I was out here learning how to fillet the fish, and he got me too.
Now that we've cut the wahoo, it needs to be properly iced and prepared with an egg wash and some breadcrumbs.
Oh, what the heck?
Fresh, delicioso.
Now that can give you constipation, indigestion, and a lot of bloating when it's raw, but I say eat it anyway.
What an awesome morning out with RJ Boyle on his boat, catching wahoo with my daughter Ella. And It's always good to have friends in high places. We're back from fishing. I'm going in to see my friend Joe, who owns the Sushi Joe restaurants, and we're going to learn how to cook some amazing fresh Wahoo tataki. Yum!
There you go. Wahoo tataki at Sushi Joe.
Man, so good. Cheers.
Kanpai.